Okay, you are welcome to the Benin Empire Advancement League, the home of all Benins. Today with me is Prince OGIEHOR Joseph, a member of the UKB or UKGB. He's the coordinator in London, in Great Britain. He's going to be joining me today in this show to narrate and to give some advice to our people what we can do in this situation we are today. But first of all, let me speak my beautiful language, because I don't call it dialect, it's a language recognized. If you don't know some, if you don't know Rowa, Kevin Norusi, Bahiabokia, Babedene, Obim Nagbe, Omawu, Amufikbo. Although Igwazo, Imana Gwazo, Bayabome, Ndawe, Obiwa, Eki. If no sooner dene, no sooner know the, no sooner nedia, Vedo, Nama near Vedo, Vede, Egino. A daughter where Oba Onyato, Yasewebo. Benegagige na mawe mafia obene, aware at a neighborhood civilization, warring, where Magidi Eugene, Nokeke, Magidi, Umoku, Honda where Araba, Obi, or Revanine, where Ariabani, Obi, India Marie, Utedo Yafe, Ute, Nimatia, Benin Empire. No bira Utedo, no just say when I take Ghana, we are saying that Ivory Coast, they here. Ik butoki yake se to sewi mana. Odafe igbima e magahi. Imabi noga maro noga te emeni mafiau mema egaro. Omonoba nedo noga at the head of state. Noga odafe no nyawa. Noga meme nota amayaga adu. Binege gi senanya adomiewe ma we ma we fia wo gbe ba ivani ne ma gidi emene no monoba gita we ogbe ma e ma kenga wo in order ken ma e ma kenga wo obe pe ni visa gbona ne but ma be gbese isonibungo kinaya bia me nware ima mi igbo na de we ikame aye ogbalegbe eya moniya ya biya lele ikino makeke notice ikini ahia iji oni ma be do tamu gwa be na we ni na webo ibo ni ma ye gbe ta ya yibe yuji ne abo ka mo ya yibe mo ka me ya me imano yibe gba ogi ya be ike be luji na keke ya je be rie ni ya imani bele ni akia ya je be luji ni ya je be rie ni ya na mi ogi ma wi ma fia obine ma ge luji den ma ropa no wi da kima no be tiema igele ogi bwe ohien biko ipolowe ogi bo ohien biko bi me nwade odion ayaze odion we mewo no we gba ose ayaze odion mewo no we gba ose o kaigele mewo odion ayawe na tie odion were o kaigele imane no ba be moto na ni aga gba oge na tie inogi inyotibe iwe mi hia no ba begenede uhembe revani duye evuneme inogi irevani uhembe arevani odion we revani no be gba oge evoni but bina ye ikana nia ibewe man ogiri ojo ogone no keke abe ikame ogoba egiro. So let me use my broken English because I'm not that good in that English. In the olden days, when I was growing up, there used to be a situation or there used to be a time where the elders of the village or the community will sit down together, headed by the Enoki. If there's no Enoki, there was Ohen. If where there's no Ohen, there will be Odion Were, who will be presiding all over judgment, all over the progress of the community. But today, where we are, we have what we call Okaegele, which is, for me, for my own situation, for our culture, is normal. But the Okaegele position, what I know, is the most eldest person close to the Edion, not the strongest person. So the Okaegele have the job of a messenger, of a representative. But where we are today, we have what we call youth leader, we have what we call Okaegele, we have what we call pointer. These are the things we are being faced with today. And what happened of recent, I talked about it yesterday, day before yesterday. I'm still going to be talking about it till we listen very carefully and learn from our mistakes. Because it's not just only one mistake, it's the mistakes that has been happening. Because we are saying we are changing our culture, we are modernizing our culture. We have to ask ourselves, is this modernization going in the right direction? I will say certainly no. Because if we are going in the right direction, we won't have all this mess we are having today in our own state, where our Omonoba is being downgraded to the lowest of all I have ever seen in my life. I have seen, this is my third Oba, Oba Akenzo, Oba Erediawa of blessed memory. And now Oba Eware II. I have never seen this in my life. There has not been a governor in this state who will be dealing with our Oba as if he's dealing with his classmate. I have never seen a commissioner who will be talking to our Oba as if he's talking to his classmate. So we all have to learn, because the people we are imitating, they are not in one way or the other imitating us. When Nigeria was created, the British, they did this deliberately. The British, they did this deliberately because the British, they still have their own queen today, which is the head of state in England or in the Great Britain, even the Commonwealth. But they use a system for us. They know if we have our own traditional rulers, our tradition, we are going to improve in one way or the other and retake back the power that was taken from us. But they did it in the way that our traditional rulers were reduced to nothing, where we now only have a representative, I will say, issues, where they will not have a voice in the government of the day. And this is the situation we are facing today. But we cannot put every blame on the British or the government of the day. We ourselves, we are also responsible. We should have risen up immediately after the independence, or immediately after the creation of the Midwest state, to have another referendum, for example, giving more power to the traditional rulers. This should have been the case. If we have done that, all this mess we are having today, we wouldn't be having all this mess. And the land reform by Babangida was another blow to our traditional rulers. And this is what we are facing today. So I'm pleading with all Edo people because this is where most of the problem lies. Because we always wait till the things, they call it spoil. When the things spoil finish, that we start to repair it. That shouldn't be the case. So I would like to give also the microphone to my senior prince, also to air his voice, his mind to our people. Please listen carefully to our brother. He has a lot of advice and he has a lot to say to you people. So thank you, sir. You are welcome, sir. Prince OGIEHOR.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I appreciate
Thank you, sir.
For you asking say something regarding what is going on now. To my princess and my prince all over the world in Empire, God bless all of you, and wherever you are, both home and abroad. I really sincerely want to say thank you for the grace of God upon our life.
Yes.
That try to correct the error in 1897. Whatever it is.
Go on, sir.
1897. Who not for the invasion of 1897? What is happening today would not be happening. Because the British are the who started the invasion of 1897. Give room to every Dick and Harry to insult the Benin Kingdom. And that's where the whole thing is coming from. There's a saying in Benin language. Eken or de or we are Eken or de or we are because of the falling of the wall, then the goat can now climb it, jump up and down on it. So that is what happened to Benin Kingdom. As I have said that there is no problem without solution. Every problem under the sun has a solution. And Benin Kingdom, and there's also a solution to Benin Kingdom. If the princesses of United Kingdom of Great Benin Empire will rise up to take back what belongs to them. Just as you have read, maybe in 1914, when amalgamation was made, then maybe the Benin Kingdom, now that the British is leaving, we want to go back to our monarchy system. 1997 to 1914, it was 17 years that the British ruled in Benin Kingdom. From 8 to 1914, 17 years, we were patient. Then from 1914 to 1960, that was years. You see, all put together was 63 years that the British was Benin Kingdom. Amalgamation was made. Benin Kingdom was never mentioned in the amalgamation.
Exactly.
Only three groups, the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Hausas, were mentioned in the amalgamation of Nigeria. Then Nigeria was given birth in 1960. Benin Kingdom was never mentioned. Just as I've often said that Benin Kingdom, Nigeria, when Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914, given 1960, Benin Kingdom was attached to feed Nigeria. Benin Kingdom, after the invasion of 1897, Benin Kingdom has been was feeding them when the British hand over to Nigeria. Till date, Benin Kingdom is still feeding Nigeria. The Benin Kingdom has been feeding the British when Nigeria to the Igbo, to the Yoruba, to the Hausa. Till date, Benin Kingdom is still feeding all the resources that Nigeria have today are from Benin Kingdom. You can see since 1914 till date, Benin Kingdom has been feeding Nigeria. So now, this is my take. We need to come to realization to know we've lost a lot.
Exactly.
And we are still losing, keep on losing. And that is where I come in to say enough is enough. That's where you come in to say no. You know, seminar, because there's a saying that if and you find that thing, you go to the person, ownership of it, and take it back. It is time for the Benin to rise up to say, we want our sovereignty back. In 1897 by the British. When India and Pakistan and Bangladesh were put together as one country, but the British were leaving. After they left, The Indians and the Pakistan separate themselves because they were put together by the British. They separated. Today, Pakistan is a sovereign country. Indian is a, and Bangladesh is a sovereign country.
Sri Lanka also.
Okay. Expected now. It's never too late. Please, my prince and my princess, always, it is never too late.
No, not at all.
Okay? No, it is never too late. Now that we have come to the age of understanding and what is wrong. What the British did to us was wrong. Okay? What they did to us was wrong, but the deal has been done already. So it's the citizen of Great Benin Empire to rise up to the occasion to say, we want our sovereignty back. We were never a part of Nigeria until of Nigeria. So we want our sovereignty back. So all that, you see, whatever is happening now have transpired in 1897. So now, what I'm appealing to my citizens, please let us rise up our sovereignty. Okay? So all we need to come together. There are mechanisms that we can use. That there are Israel. Israel lost their territory and their kingdom for 100 years, but in 1945, they put their kingdom and their sovereignty were granted. Today, Israel is a sovereign. Okay, so we, the Benin Kingdom, we can do the same. Not a matter of violence. Is a demand for our independence. We are not asking for referendum. All we are asking is restoration. We were there before Nigeria came about. We were a sovereign country. We have an embassy doing business with a lot of foreign countries. We were a vibrant. So today, it is time to demand for the restoration of the. That's what I can say for now, my prince.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Let me answer the question somebody sent in. Edobo Ekwaze. You asked this question. Good evening, please. My question is the British fighting us now or the governor of Edo State? Before talking about the history, let's settle the problem of crime in Benin. Okay, if I should answer a little bit of this question. The system we are facing today, if we want to really analyze the whole thing, the British has been fighting us systematically since British merged us with Nigeria. They have been fighting us systematically with one reason: the whole of the artifacts that was stolen from us, that was brought to Britain, and from there shared to their friends, to their war herbalist friends. We are talking about Obaseki today. I'm talking about Oba of Benin, the land, and others. But we shouldn't forget, we are demanding that the British return our artifacts, of which they are refusing to return to Nigeria. I believe hardly that the British agents are working behind the scene to discredit the Benin tradition. in one way or the other, so that they will have now the option not to return those artifacts to Nigeria or to Benin. We all know that Obaseki was working with the British Museum in one way or the other to build the Imowa Museum. A lot of finance flown to the government of Edo State from the British government or the British Museum. Or there was a proposal for that. The British, they will do everything that is possible that those artifacts are not returned to Nigeria or to Benin. Because once that is done, I will tell you, 1/3 of the British budget will go down. It will go down. We have to pick up this fight in so many fronts. How come about that a group or no group will be writing a letter to Germany, for example, to tell them they should not return those artifacts to Nigeria? Because this is what I read this morning in a German newspaper. They are saying that the Benin was in one way or the other involved in slavery, that we have to pay those people compensation first before these people will now return our artifact. How come about these people saying this? Who is giving those people this information? We all know the Beninese were not in one way or the other involved in any slave trade. We were against slave trade. Even those people that were captured in Benin were taken away. They were sold as slaves to other people with the help of the grandfather of Obaseki and the other Benin chiefs that were working with them. Those that was captured, later captured, were executed in Benin City. We are fighting the fight in too many different ways. It's like Obaseki has been waiting for a chance to attack the Oba. And this is just the chance that he now has to do that. Because no other governor in Edo State, come what may. It really started with this first. There was one Ohen. I don't know if people can remember. There was one Ohen about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, who, according to our tradition, does not enter Benin. This man was arrested, this Ohen was arrested. This high Benin chief was arrested and brought to the Benin CID station. We all should remember that this started today, started long ago. But we all kept quiet that period. I was saying this because the system is not working for us, it's working against us. And now we have this mess that in Nigerian police, I will say Igbonomarue or Ijimawe. If we should have protested that very day, that first one happened, to tell these people this is not allowed in our land and we will not tolerate that. All this we are seeing today should have been less. Now, for example, we always say, I came to meet it to say the whole land in the Benin Empire belongs to the Oba. But today, this is what we are saying. The land that belongs to Oba is no respect about that. So many of this community, they will go there, sold it to 10 people. In so many communities, what I know, there's always a land, a piece of land that is reserved for the Oba, which is reserved where the Oba, if the Oba decided to do farming or anything he wants to do there, he can be doing it. But these days around, you hardly find us these places. Our traditional shrine, before, we used to know what is Egbo, let's say forest. We used to have a forest around it. But today, the plots that is being left for all this shrine are not even more than 50 by 50. But we kept quiet. We were allowing everything to be coming and coming and coming to this stage where we are today. Where Okagele will now be strangling the land with the Oba of Benin, where a governor will be doing everything to discredit the Oba of Benin, using his own power to invoke the law against the Benin. I told my people 2 years ago, 3 years ago, this is coming because we were so blind. I'm not blaming you people because you people also want something good for the Benin or the Edos. But we forgot to look at the other side of the history because they used to say the history always repeats itself. But I don't really believe on that. But I believe there's extraordinary power that makes things to happen. It mustn't be God. It mustn't be spirit. But we human beings, we have the power to invoke anything we want to invoke today. Okay, if we are talking about the British, or we are fighting the British, or we are not fighting the British, or the governor. The governor is responsible. Okay, we lost contact with our guest. The governor is responsible in so many ways of what is happening today. The governor is instigating other people to fight against the palace. We know that. There has been a lot in social media, insults and others. And these are government-friendly Facebook page, broadcast page, in YouTube and others. We know that. Have you ever seen in one day any press secretary from the governor or any press person from the governor or governor himself to come out to denounce these people? No, there's nothing of such. But I will continue to say this, whether we like it or we hate it. We gave room to all this mess and nuisance that is happening today. Because any community that is close to Benin, the youth there only have one activity: land selling. That should not be the case. That shouldn't have been the issue. Even some will quit their job to run to the village to sell land. Some will take holiday to make sure they are there to gain part of the land. We all know this land before are being used for farming. But wait, in 20 years' time, we will be looking for where to farm close to Benin. We will not find where to farm. We have been killing ourselves. The land issue in Benin, the land epidemic, like I call it epidemic, has killed more people, 10 times more than the Fulani did. Or armed robbery, or the cultists did. But till today, we still communalize all this issue. We communalize it, the government communalize it, they only introduce a law banning the CDA. But these people, they are not also stupid. When you ban this today, they form another organization. to represent them. But I want to put the blame not just only on these people. The palace should have risen up, should have come up earlier. And we should right now also come up to tell our people, stop, please. You know, the funniest of all this issue, when the land issues start in all this community, all of them will be running to the palace. They will be running to the palace to go and summon their neighbor, running to the palace to go and summon their neighboring community, run to the palace to go and summon the Enoki, run to the palace to go and summon the Ohen, run to the palace to go and summon the Ojonwere. You know? So that's the funness of all these things. But when the palace gave a judgment, most of these judgments will not be respected. The Ojonweres and the Ohen, their hands are a bit tied because of the power that the government gave to this youth that is destroying our land. We need to retake our land back. Just as my brother or the prince said, it is our duty to say this is what is good for us and this is what is bad for us. We should not allow anybody to be dictating for us, to be saying this is what is good for you, this is what is bad for you, especially as a governor. I am of the opinion that the Benin should have a referendum. I know it's difficult to organize. I know it's difficult to operate, to have a referendum, not just to separate from Nigeria, or to separate from this system of government, because that is the only way we can be able to revive our culture, revive our heritage. Because Nigeria as a whole is disappointing, to say the fact. Okay, it's like my guest is having issue with his connection. Nigeria as a country is a disgrace. Not just only the elders, also the youth. Because we can see the action of the youth today, you know. Okay, you are welcome back.
Yeah.
Okay, you are welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. Something went wrong with the system.
Yes, we noticed that, sir. So, as I was saying, it's not only the elders of Nigeria that is destroying Nigeria. We, the youth, we contributed almost 50% of this problem that is going on in Nigeria today. You know, as I'm looking at it today, when people are organizing 2 million people march for Obi, I used to ask myself, where did we left our brain? This is a governor that was impeached twice when he was a governor. When we are running mad for Tinubu today, what did Tinubu do for Nigeria? What are Tinubu doing for Nigeria? Atiku Abubakar, what have these people done for Nigeria? They have been in power. They have been ruling us. They did nothing. And today you will wake up, raise the flag, and be running behind somebody saying 2 million march, 1 million march for nothing. Just because this human being can carry his bag alone. You believe that's what make somebody to be the best of all. I am calling on, some of you might argue this with me, because for me, none of these candidates we are having in this election want to have our votes. I am still of the opinion the Beninese should organize a referendum. We should organize a referendum, a peaceful referendum, to choose for ourselves, to determine our future. We shouldn't do it the way the IPOB were doing their own, or CRC doing their own, killing themselves. Oba Akenswa did it for us during the Western region, Midwestern region government. They did this for us. It was very peaceful. They did a very, very hard job that period to convince the Benin to join them in the race to form the Midwestern state. And they were very, very successful. And after that decision was taken, the Midwestern state was one of the most developed states in Nigeria. People were coming from other states to come and work in Benin. But today we are being relegated to nothing. Nobody even knows in Nigeria where Benin is. If you talk about Benin, they will be thinking it's about the Benin Republic. You know? So it's time for us to rise up again, to rise up and take our stance. Because that is the only way we can go about it. Because I'm still warning, no matter who won the Nigerian election, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Because all of us are so self-centered to their ethnic communities or their ethnic groups. At Hausama, we never give Igbo a chance to rule successfully. Likewise, an Igbo person will never give a Yoruba man the chance to rule successfully. They are going to be putting stones on their ways, and which is going to result to a chaos. And I'm still of the opinion that the Beninese, they should one way or the other form a coalition, a sort of Commonwealth coalition, to regroup again, to reclaim what belongs to them. Because upon all we are giving Nigeria, we are not still recognized. They treat us like slaves, as if we are their slaves. We should be coming up with a referendum to determine all our future, what we need for the future. There are other smaller countries in Europe with 2 million people. Even some are not even up to 1 million. They are a country of their own, and they are living very, very good with it. But why are we so dependent on these people who is taking us everything we have, and now they are still insulting us? A person like Obaseki, the governor, shouldn't have even had the chance to smell that seat of a governor if we believe in our tradition, if we believe in our culture. And I want the Nigerian government to know, I am not trying to instigate any trouble in one form or the other, but what belongs to us belongs to us. What belongs to Nigeria belongs to Nigeria. We are really not Nigerians, because Nigeria was already formed before they merged us to them. That is the fact. The Niger company was already formed because it wasn't a country then. Be administered by someone. One of the highest Oba Ovurame, stand to the end that he will never allow his people to be a slave to any other people. And he stands upon all the whole situation he was facing. I believe we should respect that. before we start spitting on all the thrones we are having in the state. When I look at what some of our brothers and sisters are writing in the social media today, I'm so ashamed of myself to think these are Benin, these are Edo people. Because Edo Obijakpitan, Owamana Boma, Oetin, Mani Edo, upon him Arie Yoto, Egon, Yaga Lily, and I mean where I give you no gear, Erima, I give you no gear Ododo. Marokpa Maveladia, Bini Mado Guan, Mado Tawe, okay. I mean, Wauna, Emma. Makedo Gualova, Nodoladia, the Milwaukee, Dogaguan. Kido Miomabe, Agbe, although only we do have few no gear, Erima Kikino, to our new and Maketo Kikino. But again, in your bagari running, and Mabi Maro, ye me, the day by Via Deso, no Via Revani. Ima here, wa human. Kanu Galadian Otiebo. Nozeki Kanu Aladian Otiebo. If you do so, no way, Yagitiebo. Marokpama go ama why you bogunu. But a day I bring my equimity, my yahu gaga. A wagonfu. O wanima kickba, a wabizube. Iran no mwe, Iruguima, a bizube. I wouldn't many aim my yeni here. Kicking my fear with ye. Because I would away ugbe na deri gode eromao. Otesikin awoye afi hungi yobe all the pira. So if you don't know some, or if you do na get whom, if you do na give you who are they no dead no hang you. Eriogie, Egige Bilioni. Nana mewe Obaseki Ekpawe, a governor city or a plan. It will be planning how to do damage to the kingdom. I think it's time we need to put an end to all this situation, where the Nigerian federal law will, or the Edo state law will not be applied to us. Because in the real sense, we are not Nigerians. So we all should come together. A referendum is not all that too difficult to organize. Demonstration is not all that too difficult to organize. You only need to sacrifice your time. Nobody is demanding billions from you to come out and demonstrate in support of the monarch, because that is the lowest you can do. As a Benin Edo person, this is what I wrote a few days ago. It's your basic right to stand and defend the Oba, to defend the Benin Traditional Council, and defend the Benis. In every other country I know in the whole world, that is number one right. If you come to the country where I am today, you have 8 months training. This training you are having is not for yourself. It's how to defend your people. It's how to defend your people. If you doesn't want to do that, there are other ways you can help your country, you help your people. But we are not seeing that solidarity now. We really need solidarity with the palace from our people. We shouldn't be so busy to say, okay, I need to earn my money, I need to earn my money. Where are we taking the money to? Where our children cannot live peacefully tomorrow because one governor decided to be fighting our father. Even the land we are fighting for, we all will leave that land tomorrow. Our children will come, they will leave it there. Our children's children will come, they will leave it there. But upon all, the tradition we met on ground, we were told this tradition is barbaric. When a black man or in the Benin Empire will hold a cutlass, they will tell you that is evil. But the British, they have arsenals of atomic bombs, which are not evil. They will tell you it's a self-defense weapon. The Americans, they have a stockpiles of all this. They will tell you it's not evil. They will tell you it's self-defense. I think we, the Beninese, we should be coming up to realize that we are being brainwashed day in and day out. The British are telling us what to do while they are doing the opposite side. So let me welcome back again our guest for today. Maybe you still have a lot to contribute to this issue, because all I have been saying is just advice. So thank you, sir. You are welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Sorry, my prince and my princesses of United Kingdom of Great Benin Empire. There was a glitch in the transmission, so I went off air for a while. So I think everything is okay now, and we give God the glory. I hope you are hearing me, sir.
Yeah, I'm hearing you clear and direct.
Okay then. We could dolly once, we want yes or no day. You see, no matter the 1001 question that is going to come up, nothing really that I'm going to say. It's what I said yesterday, is what I'm going to say today. This problem we are having will not stop until the sovereignty of the Benin Kingdom is reinstalled. Okay? The sovereignty of Benin Kingdom is the most paramount right now. Whatever the governor is saying, whatever the governor is doing, whatever Nigeria is doing, it doesn't really matter to me.
Exactly.
What matters to me now is if Benin Kingdom is reinstalled, all this will become a history. And all this problem will automatically stop.
Exactly.
So that's why I am advocating. It's not that I don't have things to say. I got a lot to say. You see, when you open a bag, there will be a lot of things inside that bag.
Exactly.
But if you don't open the bag, you won't know what is inside, right?
Exactly.
So, for the bag to be sealed up, not to know what is inside the bag, is for Benin Kingdom to leave Nigeria. Is for Benin Kingdom to be separated from Nigeria. Benin Kingdom was attached to Nigeria. Benin Kingdom is not a part of Nigeria. When Benin Kingdom is detached from Nigeria and the land is reinstalled to our monarch, as it was before 1897. Before 1897, our monarch, they were the custodians of the land.
Exactly.
You see, there's no two ways about it. But today, that power has been taken from our monarch, given to the federal government of Nigeria, and the federal government of Nigeria given to the state governors. According to 1999 Constitution as amended.
Yes.
That is what is affecting Benin Kingdom today. So, my prince and my princesses, whatever the governor is doing, whatever Nigeria is doing, it is we who allow them to do it to us.
Exactly.
It's me and you who have given them that right to punish us, to take our property, to use us as slaves in our homeland. It's like you have a house, you now become a tenant in your own house.
Exactly, sir.
You have a farm, you now become a laborer in your own farm. You have a car, you now become a passenger in your own car. That's exactly what is happening today. Okay? I know a lot of you want me to say something. No. No. I know what you expect from me. Please, I'm not a baby. I'm
Yes.
three score plus. I know what you want me to say. You want me to rain brimstones from my mouth? No.
No,
No
sir.
matter how many, no matter the brimstones I rain down from my mouth, it's not going to solve the problem.
Never.
But what I want you to know is, join me. Let us separate from Nigeria. It is doable and it is feasible. It's not about money. It's
No.
a game of number.
Yes.
It is a game of number. Okay? You in America, you in Britain, you in Europe, you in Asia country. It's a game of number.
Exactly.
But when you add the rest to it, it will be able to pick lines from the head. A single figure can never pick a lines from the head. Okay? That is why I will keep coming on a daily basis when God give me the opportunity to see the light of the day, to come and tell you, listen, you are proud of your ancestors, what they did in the past, right?
Yes.
You are very proud of them. It's in our song, it's in our folk songs, it's in our stories. We are proud of them. Good. If our ancestors look back to you now, would they be proud of you?
Never.
Because they left you a farm, you give it to a stranger. They left you a house, you give it to a stranger. Everything they left for you, you give it to a stranger. And you say you are proud of your ancestors. Huh? It's like a prodigal son who took his
Exactly.
father. No, please. You see, I says, what you want me to say, I'm not going to say it.
Yes, sir.
I only tell you where you should come in. Okay? We the Benis, we are like the prodigal son who took our father's wealth, our forefathers' wealth, our ancestors' wealth, and give it to a stranger. After we exhausted it now, so we are now feeding with swines.
Yes.
We all run abroad to wash toilets, to clean bathroom, to feed elderly men and women,
Yes.
cleaning the street of our slave master. Who are we? You say, oh, the days of slavery is not over.
No. We have the second
The
part.
days of slavery is not over. Until Benin Kingdom is restored, the days of slavery is not over. Because they came and they enslaved us. They invaded us and enslaved us. Now they left. The remnants they left behind, we are now running towards them. They now call it, they changed the name, economic migrant, which is economic slavery.
Yes.
You in America, you might be able to buy a house. You in Europe, you are able to buy a house. You in Britain, you are able to buy a house. Listen, you are an economic migrant, economic slavery, economic slaves. Until Benin Kingdom is redeemed, that yoke of slavery will never leave you. You understand me?
Yes.
Until Benin Kingdom is reinstalled, that yoke of slavery that have taken you to America, brought you to England, take you to Europe and Asia country, until Benin Kingdom is reinstalled, that yoke of slavery is still in your neck. They just changed the name, economic migrant, but you are economic slaves. You might say, are you insulting us? Well, it depends on you.
It's not an insult, that
Sorry.
is the truth.
It depends on you. I'm entitled to my own opinion. You can call me. I'm always out there. You got my number. You can call me. Insult my father. Insult my mother. Insult me. But the truth is bitter. Somebody got to say it. I'm happy that I'm opportunity today to tell you.
Exactly.
You understand me? The truth is bitter. Somebody have to say it. Listen, you are clapping for Peter Obi today. You are clapping for Tinubu. You are clapping for what is the other name? Atiku. You are clapping for Kwankwaso. These are people who hold you ransom. They are using your property. They are using your property, and you are clapping for them. You are clapping for them. Since 1960,
Yes.
what has Nigeria done for you? What has become of Nigeria since 1960? But before 1897, there are history about Benin Kingdom.
Yes.
How great, how mighty, who we are in terms of antiquity and historical, whatever you can find out there regarding Benin Kingdom. But today, can they say the same thing? Please, can we stop referring to the past? Please, can we stop referring to the past? Let's deal with the present and the future. What our forefathers, our ancestors did in the past, God bless them in their blessed memory. But what are you doing today for the restoration of the Benin Kingdom? And what will your children say about you tomorrow? What will your children say about you tomorrow? That your ancestors left land, left vast of wealth of mineral resources. They left it for you. But yet, you run away from home and live in another man's country. You say you are living well. No, you are not living well. Sorry. You are not living well. I've said it. Okay, go to Benin Kingdom. Okay, which is the southern part of Nigeria. The bite of Benin alone, when it's open, the bite of Benin alone is enough to feed the entire Benin Kingdom that nobody will go abroad and stay. Look at Singapore. That is the hub of all shipping company in Asia. But Benin Kingdom can also become a hub in Africa if well developed. Okay, look at our oil resources. NNPC, Nigeria got an independence in 1960. The NNPC was established in 1977. Since 1977 till now, NNPC has been pumping oil in Benin Kingdom. Yes. What have they done with the money?
Nothing.
No, please, it is time. We are not, you see, enlightenment is good. He said traveling is an education. I'm glad that I left Benin Kingdom. Okay? Because when I was in Benin, when I was in Edo State, all these things were blind to me, were hidden from me. But since I left home, I began to question my upbringing and the life I was born into. And I found out the truth that the life I'm living now is not what I was supposed to be living.
Exactly.
So because I knew this is not how I was supposed to be living, and I'm here to change the narratives. I'm not begging you. I cannot do it alone. If you let us do it for our children's children. You understand me? If Benin Kingdom will not come in my time because I'm 3 score plus, but let us at least try to a point whereby when I'm gone, my children will continue from there. You understand me? There is no harm in trying. All we are saying is that whatever is happening today is a shadow of distraction. Please. Obaseki issue is a distraction. Yes. The land issue is a distraction. But the main issue is the sovereignty of the Benin Kingdom, the restoration of the sovereignty. That is what I want you to be talking about now. You're talking about the break few houses. You're talking about they take two, how many houses, blah, blah, the governor and everything. Listen, what we are saying here is that, listen, We have a river. Me
Yes.
and you, we are packing over a cup of water. What with this cup of water? How many people will it serve? But we have a river. This cup of water, it's not even enough for me and you. It's not even enough for me alone. Talk less for me, because if I'm kind enough, I will pour you a little. Okay? Because it's not enough for me. But we have a whole river that me and you and our children yet unborn will not be able to finish. That is the wealth in the Benin Kingdom. That is the wealth in Benin Kingdom. Can we stop dancing around the bush? Let's call a spade a spade. Can we put aside our... This is not a child's play. It's a serious issue. It has to do with my life. It has to do with your life. It has to do with the life of your children's children. What our ancestors left behind for us. A total stranger is eating it, and we are clapping for them.
Yes.
For me, if I will use another strong word, is a shame to us, a letdown in our path. A shame and a letdown to our path for we to allow stranger to be eating our wealth. So that's why I'm calling on you, my prince and my princesses all over the world, in America, in Europe, in England, in Asia country. Can we put our differences aside? Can we for once put our differences aside? Please. In the Benin Kingdom, we have the Oba of Eko. We have the Oba of Ogun. We have Obi of Onitsha. We have the Oba of Edo, now Benin City. We have the Obi of Agbo. We have the Atuwashe of Delta. We have Enogi of Uromi. We have Enogi of Agbede. We have the Obi in the river areas. These are hells of traditional rulers. The restoration of the Benin Kingdom is not all about the Oba of Benin. No. Please don't get it wrong. The restoration of the Benin Kingdom is not for the Oba of Benin alone. It has to do with all the monarchs in the south. They still maintain their jurisdiction. If Benin Kingdom is born tomorrow or today, the Oba of Benin of Edo is not going to control Lagos.
No.
Lagos will remain in the hands of the Oba of Eko.
Yes.
The Oba of Benin is not going to control Warri or Delta. The Atuwashe is there. The Obi of Agbo is there. These are heads of monarch. They are all brothers. They are all brothers. What we are saying is that, can we for once put aside our... Oh God, there are things I will... You see, this is not my platform, okay? If we are to be my platform...
we have the rules and guidelines,
Good. In my platform, I am rugged. I owe no one apology. But because I'm invited here, I have to restrain myself. Okay? Please, my princess, my prince of United Kingdom of Great Benin Empire. When I say United Kingdom of Great Benin Empire, all of you are getting it wrong. Okay. How was the Benin Kingdom known all over the world? There's a name, Benin Kingdom Empire. Okay? Now, we have decided to add United to it because why is it United? We got Lagos, we got Benin, we got Agbo, we got Onitsha, we got Delta. These are even all the way to Okogi. Okay? These are hells of traditional rulers and they are all united. Benin is known all over the world because that was the kingdom that was invaded in 1897. So for we to put our case before the United Nations, we cannot use Igodomigodo.
No.
Because there's no document for it. We cannot use Idu because there's no document for it. So the only thing that will stand the test of time of Benin Kingdom is the name that it was known before it was invaded. Because it's already, that's why you have the birth of Benin. They didn't say the birth of Igodomigodo or the birth of Idu. It's written there, the birth of Benin.
Yes.
You understand me now? These are the documents we have to present before the United Nations. That's why we decided not to call it Joseph OGIEHOR Community. No, we call it the name that it was known for.
Yes.
Benin Kingdom. You understand me now? So this is an empire that was invaded in 1897. That's why the name come out. Okay? All we are saying is that no matter the group you belong to, no matter the association you are in, we are not association. We are not a group. These are people that have come together to do what? To fight for the restoration of the Benin Kingdom, of which we want you to be a part of it. We don't have a president. We don't have a chairman. We don't have chair lady. But we are a group of people who have come together, led by Jesse, Prince Jesse Osemigi, because it was his thought that brought me to this group. Okay? Because somebody have to start a thing. Nelson Mandela started the revolution in South Africa. But today, South Africa is redeemed. Okay? So, in every country, there's always somebody who starts up something that everybody now become aware of. Ojukwu started the Biafran movement, right? Somebody have to start it. Okay? But what we are saying here today is we are all in it together. Okay? Come, let us join our hands together as citizens of the Benin Kingdom. Be you Urobo, Ishekiri, Ijo, Ezon, Ekwale, Esan, Edo, Eko, Agbo, Kogi, Ondo. We are all citizens of Great Benin Empire. Let us come together for the restoration. After the restoration, then let's give peace a chance to reign. No matter how long we stay with Nigeria, did you hear me? I didn't say no matter how long we are a partner. No matter how long we are attached to Nigeria, we will be here today. We will be here 2,000 years to come. There will be no room for me and you or for our children to become what God wants them to be. What we are saying today, for we and our children to prosper in the land. It is not by accident that you were born a Benin. No. God put you there for a purpose. You understand me now? And you are running away for the purpose. I'm asking us, let us come together. Let us fight for the restoration of the United Kingdom of Great Benin. And when that is done, these little mushroom stories, it will be a story. It will be a bygone story. That's why I'm here, to invite you. Let us work together as a team. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you very much, sir. Normally, our broadcast is always restricted to 1 hour. We have exceeded that 1 hour. You can hear the play from our Prince OGIEHOR. Yes, this is where the Benins are really lacking. This self-sacrifice. When you call on our people to join hands together to do something for ourselves that is not going to profit us immediately or financially profiting us immediately, we all are running back. Because I have had this experience in so many ways. What we are being proud of today from our forefather, it was through a cooperation, sacrifices they made. That's why we are proud of our forefather today. That's why you can see all our symbols in the whole world in the museum. Even there are so many who copied our symbol. As far as to the United States, the logo, if you look at it very well, and so many other things, like the space rocket, if you look at it very closely, you will see all these things. These are supposed to be our trademarks, but we slept and we are still sleeping. It is time to wake up, to retake back what belongs to us, because this is our territory. We will not allow anybody to be dictating for us, because what we are seeing in Nigeria is dictatorship from other people, from other tribes, to our own tribes, who normally owns the land. I am appealing to all Edo people, all East and Urobo, as the Prince just said, Shekiri, Ika, if you are from Iseluku, if you are from Onitsha, if you are from Benin Republic, if you are from Ghana, if you are from Sierra Leone, if you are from Ivory Coast, Cape Verde, even some parts in Angola, please let us come together. If we have our own country, that doesn't mean you cannot leave our country to other country. You can still travel as usual as before. It doesn't stop. We in Europe, because I said this before, and I will continue to say it, Europe is not our home. It's a borrowed home. It's a borrowed passport. Even though you have the nationality of that country, it's borrowed. They can decide to take it away from you tomorrow, and they will do that. And you cannot do them anything. I've seen this happen in several cases. Even from their own citizens, they still did it, and they are still doing it. So we shouldn't order feeds to save, because here is not a safe haven for us. The safe haven we have is our home, where you are the landlord of yourself, where nobody will be dictating for you. Anything we are doing, let us always have it in our mind. We have a home. Here is not our home. Although Benin used to say Kino Magele or Igiobe, that was olden days, when there was no laws, immigration laws. No, we have immigration laws, and immigration laws says another things. So we should be always have it on our back of mind. Here is not our home. We have a home. We should fight for our home. We should build our home so that other people can also come in to say, oh, be jealous of that. Okay. Sorry, my son distracted me because he's leaving, so I have to say goodbye. It's not our home. We have our home. We need to rebuild. Build it to that extent, because somebody from Dubai today only goes on holiday somewhere. He'll come back home. Even some Americans, although they also live in other places, but they go to holiday and they go back home. But we shouldn't make Europe our home. People may call him, who is this stupid man? Who is this? I know what I'm talking about. In 1989, 1988, there were so many Filipinos in Italy. But when the Italian economic was getting crazy, I can tell you 90% of the Filipinos were deported to Philippines. They were deported even though you were having papers, when they find you on the street, they will take you down to the plane, to the airport. Those people that survived, let me say 10% that survived, they were the people that were being rescued by good Italians who hide them in their houses. These same thing, I don't pray for God these things happen to us. It may happen to
Amen.
us. It may,
Amen.
we all should be very, very careful the way we behave in Europe, because due to some stupid behaviors some of us are having, some of us still lose our lives here. But we came here to do things to help our people to survive at home. But some, especially somewhere like Italy, Spain, which is now turned to mafia land, Edo mafia land, you know, committing all sort of nonsense, taught the country to cultist country. That is not the way it's supposed to be. There's a way you can earn your money in those countries, in every country in Europe, quietly without committing any crime. So let us not deviate from all this issue, because I need to uh, close the the show. Uh, but we will be coming back again together, because we have a lot to say. We have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to share with our people. But what I understand on the social media today, that there will be a demonstration in support of the royal palace of the Benin. I will call on all Edo indigenes to take a stand, to sacrifice their time to go out with our brothers and sisters who will be on the street of Edo State to demonstrate in support of the Oba of Benin. And I will also appeal to everyone that is taking part in that demonstration. Please be peaceful, because if it happens, you destroy anything, we are punishing ourselves. We are not punishing another person. It is our property, it is our money that is going to be destroyed. So please, everything you are doing on Monday, let it be peaceful, because nobody will want a hazardous situation in our state, because we have suffered enough. So it's time to wake up, do everything peacefully. So that's my appeal. So do you have anything again to say to our viewers, our people, so before we leave?
Yeah, regarding to the demonstration, actually, it's not a demonstration. It's a gathering of solidarity
Okay.
to our monarch. We are not protesting. We are not demonstrating.
Okay. Thank you.
We just want our father to know that we are with him. We are in support in everything that he is doing. So we are coming together on Monday by 7 o'clock in the morning. All Benis, all heads of leaders, all market women, all boys and girls and children. So we are all going to conveal at the Oba Palace in solidarity for him. You see, you know what? I will reserve, just as I said, this is not my platform. I have reserved a lot of comment when I come out on my platform by the grace of God tomorrow. So, and to do more tough talking with my people. Because away I only ya why na be
Amen.
na why no be why no. You understand me? But first and foremost, let us unite together in solidarity around our monarch. Respect for our monarch, respect for our tradition, respect for our custom. It is the duty of every Benin sons and daughters. The Benin, the palace, the Oba of Benin is the costume that all the Benis are wearing. Or where Oba Oji Norivie Dwegbe. I have said it and time. God forbid, without the palace, the Benin are nowhere to be found. Without the palace, the Benins are nowhere to be found. It is the palace, it is the glory that covers the Benin people. Just as Christ is the glory that covers the church. Remove Christ, Jesus Christ, from the equation. The church is a gathering of armed robbers and criminals, tax collectors.
I don't want to argue with you, sir.
That is it.
Yes.
So whatever they are doing it all in the name of Jesus Christ. The Benis, the Oba of Benin, that is the glory that covers the Benin people. When you say Oviedo Emehi, which means the Benin kingdom, the king of Benin.
Yes.
That is the honor that we have. Why should we allow that honor to be trampled on by elements that, no, well, okay, you know what? Please, my Benin citizen, men and women, boys and girls, let us convene on Monday by 7 a.m. in the morning in solidarity of our monarch. God bless all of you as you do that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate that. Call on me anytime, any day. Okay, I will always be your guest.
When I'm less busy, I will always be. Normally, we used to have at least twice in the week, but for us, it's difficult now even to make it once in a week.
God will give us the opportunity to do that.
Yes, sir. And if you are there, if anybody is there tomorrow, try to send it on Facebook so that our people will also see.
Yeah, the UKGB television will be on ground in the palace. I think it's going to be broadcast live.
Okay.
By the UKGB television.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay then.
Bye-bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. God bless us.